Alright, so let's compile this, make sure we got our stuff working. It's a lot of game options. I wonder if we actually get rolling on a lot of these updates, if there's actually a way we update more than just like every 3 weeks. Like if we put together something like this where now there's like an unlimited number of different ways to play the same levels, it might be like, I want to release that sooner rather than later. Alright, has ball indicator. Alright, so it needs to be yeah, it has ball indicators. Because it's kind of interesting, like putting all this stuff in here, like even if we just randomized it, like I don't know, maybe next update is going to be the one that really makes the game replayable. Like this one will have all the basics, like a new map and some other stuff, but the next one might be like, it's slated for practice rooms and performance improvements and UI level, but it might be like releases practice rooms and like stupid game mode amazement, like the game is totally different all over the place. That would be pretty incredible, actually, because we're not releasing like a new playable level. It would be the same levels, but now you can play in ridiculous numbers of ways. I'm okay with that. It actually sounds really fun. I was not expecting that would be in the cards for this. It was not. Ball unstuck with player is hit. Ball unstuck when player is hit is undefined. Ball unstuck when player is hit. Forgot to save. I forgot to save the file. Uh-oh. This thing's all fucked up. Alright, so Ball and Stuck is not a member. Ball, yeah, it's not a. There's no S. That's so many rules. How many rules is it? 79 minus 30? It's like 50 different things that you can change about the level. 50 different things to change about the game. That's gonna change everything. You can't hit people, you can't stun people, team indicators are on or off, the ball bounces into the fucking stratosphere, the ball sticks to people. Players reset on score. That would be really hilarious. Like like if everybody resets on score and it's like sticky ball or whatever, basically like you're running suicide into the goal and then boom, you explode and everybody moves back to start. Alright, well I'm gonna be right back. Alright, I'm back. There's an issue with bots not being hit? I mean, you'll have to be more specific than that. Alright. Because I added a bot And I'm definitely able to hit that guy. That's right, motherfucker. That bastard. Piece of shit. Oh man, that is so high up there. This looks like there is also that thing where the slide is not doing what I want. So why don't we go ahead and fix the slide? Let's make sure that when we're sliding that our rotation is unlocked. And I think that has to do with the movement blueprints right now. Alright, so let's open them up and see what we got. Hello, Synachron. we're just working on a few small things. I was gonna fix the slide. It's not rotating anymore because we disabled the lock ground rotation here. Basically a few things like this where we need to actually have a few settings. Alright, so this should be going here. So this should lock if it's like this. Otherwise, I think we'll just call unlock ground rotation. A quick and dirty fix for this. Alright, just do it like that. Now I gotta repeat this for the other states. Yeah, the other thing I was doing earlier was we're coming up with the big list of game options that we're going to be probably putting in here. There's a whole bunch of them. There's everything, like linear damping for the ball, gravity for the ball, how big the ball is, the number of balls, if players can hit the other team, stun duration, if you can, actually execute you can cast your abilities. If you have to crawl, run speed multipliers, if the AI is always hard. And then like stealth teams and nameplates and some other stuff like if you punch the ball will stick to you, and like all this other just real simple gameplay options that we could toggle on and off. And as a result of toggling them on and off, the game would be significantly different. So it should be interesting to see how all that plays out over the next couple weeks. Alright, so we want to lock the ground rotation in here. Otherwise we want to unlock. So same thing here. Yeah, simply advanced. That's exactly what I'm going for, is basically anything that is as simple as throwing a boolean in front of something that'll completely change the game. That's kind of what we're looking for as potentials for game options. Like, we can actually do air jumps and stuff like that. Just be like, all right, you have a certain number of jumps in the air, and we just have a simple counter. Like, those are real easy to make. So, and can actually have a massive impact on the game. So we got run, then we got dash, and sprint. I'm trying to build Blender from source. I've never messed around with that. That sounds like it could get real complicated real fast. Alright, so we need to lock this. And unlock it otherwise. If is in lock ground rotation. Lock ground rotation. I don't think we have to update it in the tick here since we already have it unlocked. Did I set the run properly? What sort of add-on are you looking to throw in Blender? Like some sort of export or something? Because I think the only scripting stuff for 3D modeling package. All right, unlock ground rotation on the dash. Okay, so that's all fine there. Okay, let's go double check that the slide actually works then. A bunch of some pre-compiled stuff into the SVN root. Yeah, well, that'll do it. That's pretty common for some things. Like I know when we were working in Unreal 4 at Molten, we had pre-compiled editors for all the artists and everything else, so I didn't have to do a whole bunch of crazy shenaniganry. Alright, yeah, I think that fixes the slide. And let's test the other. Yeah, okay, that works. Excellent. And I'm going to hop over to Adam's channel real quick and ask him a question. Because he was saying the bots were stuck and I'm not seeing anything like that. Guessing he's playing on. Alright, he's got a bug that I already know about, that I've already got on my radar to fix. Alright, so the slide fixes are just the U assets for content, so we'll just move those to another checklist. Change list. Dash, run, trot. I think there's a sprint in here somewhere. Oh, sprint was already fixed. All right, back to what I'm doing. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Blender is a level editor. That's like what we did in college. We used 3ds Max and we exported. We used it as a level editor. We extended objects so you could like trigger stuff, make volumes. You could actually like make a sphere that was a 3D sphere, and then you would use that in the game as like hit detection for a thing. And it worked real well. We exported Lua scripts as like our level data, which was actually pretty cool. So you'd basically just run a Lua script, which would just make the level. It worked great. So yeah, it's definitely a good pattern. At least I found it to be a good pattern in the past to have things actually work. Okay, so we've got all of these options. I want to have a list of like default options. What's a good way to do this? Alright, I'm going to make some more utility methods here because I really don't like always having to remember all the string crap. I'd rather just have stupid shim functions that I write myself because I'm just like that. Yeah, basically just exported the Lua script, which literally just called like create object with a bunch of parameters on it, which were parameters that were set on the 3D object in the level in 3ds Max. Yeah, it was pretty funny describing that to some people when I interviewed after college. This place Petroglyph, which I don't think exists anymore. But they're like, yeah, so how'd you load your level data? And we're like, well, we didn't. We just executed a script which constructed the level for us. So wait, you instead of exporting data for your level, you exported code for your level? Be like, well, yeah, it was easier. I thought it was pretty funny because we didn't have to like make a shared data structure and sync it up or do any of that bullshit between like 3ds Max and the game engine. We just had it write out code which could do anything. So if it was available in the engine, we could just add it to the export and then boom, the magical impossible thing that we'd have to like define some stupid data structure and do like a whole bunch of work to represent in a normalized data form. All of a sudden, who gives a shit? It just works, So that was pretty cool. Alright, so this is just return f string from int. So I always forget these things. Alright, So that'll do that. So I want to put a good place to put kind of our default built-in game mode configuration option sets. So we can turn those into a playlist. I don't know, should I data drive that? Or should I not? I don't think I need to data drive it. I think I can just throw it in there and that'll be good enough. So let's see. Fun times for everybody all the time. So where should I put all this stuff? I put it in like game data.cpp maybe? Seems like a decent place to put it. The other thing would be for me to generate these based on configuration options. So that, well, but they need to be set options. And I need to, I want it generated because I don't want any loose files on people's machines. And I don't want to make it in blueprints because I want it available in C++, nice and easy access. If I don't auto-generate it, then Adam will never be able to make his own game modes. So I should probably auto-generate it. So let's go do that. So this will be Dashkin game, CPP, objects. We have shared objects. So I should probably make a new set of files. Let's define our data structure first, though. Game data, game, let's do game modes. .json. So I have modes, should be an array. Modes have a name. Let's just have default. Well, we want modes that include option sets. So we want modes and we also want option sets. Now let's see. We'll have like pacifist, and then we'll have, let's just call them properties. And we'll have things like a name, and then a value, like so. So this would be a pacifist thing would be players can hit other team would be false, like so. And like a default mode would be, alright, so we'd have option sets like this, which would just be an array of strings. So it would be like pacifist. Yeah, option set would be nothing for this guy for here, so we'd just be like, boom, nothing. But we'd at least want an empty array. So we'd have like a pacifist mode, which would have the pacifist option set. What are some other game modes that we'd have? Pop-up only. So we'd have like pacifist with only pop-up. So only pop-up would have like can kick would be false. Can't punch would be false. Can't pop up would be false. Can't jump would be false. Can slide is false. So we'd have another one, just like no dashing. So it'd be like can dash equals false. So you got crouch only. Must crawl to true. So we could see like stealth mode. Let's see, we'd have has team indicators would be false, and has other team indicators would be false. Stealth ball would be a mode, which would be has ball indicators would be false. Let's have multi-ball, which would be ball number 3. There's a lot of fucking game modes. We'll have it be a big ball game mode. Our ball scale is 2. Ball gravity multiplier is going to be I guess it'll just be 2. And the ball hit speed multiplier is like 0.5. Let's have a super violence game mode, which would have AI always hard. Attack speed would be like 1.5. Player stun duration, I guess we would probably lower that for an ultra-violent game. So it's just like, you're just sitting there punching the hell out of each other. We should also have a low violence mode. So that would be player stun immunity Let's do like a 4 on it, so you can't be hit too much. Ball gravity multiplier, like 1.5 would be enough. Big ball, and then we want fastball. So like ball linear damping, we set that to like 0.5, angular damping to 0.5, and hit speed multiplier to 1.5, and ball gravity to 1.5. That'd be fastball, and then we want like slow ball. Linear damping would be like 1.5, 1.5. Hit speed multiplier is going to be like 0.7, and gravity multiplier would be like 0.5. Alright, then let's have a sticky ball game mode. So ball sticks to last player who hit would be true. Ball unsticks to last player who hits. Let's have sticky ball and super sticky ball. So ball unsticks would be true in this case. Ball unstuck when player is hit would be true as well here. Ball stuck, player speed modifier. Well, we won't actually change that. Player runs into wall. No wall. No wall hits. Alright, so for this one it would be ball sticks to last player who hit, and then ball unsticks and all that stuff would be false. So that would mean basically that I think that would be the coolest thing, because you hit the ball and then all of a sudden it's sticking to you, and you can keep hitting the ball and it'll keep coming back to you. And people can hit you as well and you'll still keep your balls. Oh, and then we have the team swap. Crazy teams. And it's going to be hit switches team will be true. So like any hit switches your team. So not so crazy teams would be another one. So hits. So it'd be stomp teams would be another one. So hit switches team would be true, but then we'd have like a bunch of falses for making it so only stomp is the thing that allows you to switch team. Okay, player air jumps. We want double jumps. So player air jumps would be 1. Triple jumps. And then we'd want probably another one that's just like mad ups. Just like put player air jumps at 999 so you can just jump forever. Alright, so let's have a hard bots mode. That's going to be AI always hard to true. I guess pacifist mode here, we also need the bots not to attack. AI never attack needs to be true. So we got hard bots, we got easy bots, and then pacifist bots. Right, so easy bots is going to be AI never hard true, and AI never attack is going to be true here for this one for pacifist bots. Let's have another one here, which is a quick reset. So instant ball reset, we set that to true. And reset players. And that'll be reset players on score, true. Okay, so what are some of the other things? We're going to want like things that actually rotate through in our options. Alright, so we're going to have like in rotation, and we'll set this to like false or true or something like that. Pacifist mode's okay. Crouch only. Let's have that. Not in rotation. Stealth mode. That could be in rotation. Stealth ball. I don't think that's gonna be in there. Multi ball definitely could. Big ball would be okay. Fast ball would be fine. We're also gonna want like mutually exclusive things, probably. Like collision lists, so that'll be in rotation, that'll be in rotation. Super violence, low violence would be in rotation. Sticky ball, I don't think so. Actually, why not? Just to hell with it. No wall hits. Yeah, so we'll throw most of these in rotation then. Stomp teams, crazy teams I don't think will be in there. Stomp teams I think. Well, who knows? Double jumps we should put in there. Triple jumps, mat ups. Mat ups probably. I don't know. Sure. Hard bots? I don't think so. Easy bots? Nah. Pacifist bots? Nobody cares about that. Quick reset. Alright, and let's have a set collision. This will be I guess this would be violence. This one would be moves. No dashing would be, let's just say dashing. Should this be a list? So like set collision is an array of like things. Yeah, we probably should do it like that. Crouch only, stealth mode, no violence. What? Yeah, so I mean, I could just make this empty, and then there's no collision with stuff. So that works for me. Alright, so that'll be ball size, and this will be ball speed. Because we don't want slow fall and fast ball, that just doesn't make sense. Super violence, yeah, so this would be violence. This will be sticky ball. No wall hits, that doesn't matter. Crazy teams, let's do team switch, team swaps. And this one should be jumps. Bad ups, these will be bots. This one. Alright, this is looking like nothing, so we can just do like that. Alright, and then let's just see, default option limits 5. Alright, so I think, yeah, just default will be always in the list, and then we have these other types that we might have, and then we could just do randoms for those, so we'd probably always have some of these. Alright, so random option set limit, options for next match, let's set it to 5. Default modes, we'll set that to 2, and then random option set limit to 5. So basically, if we have 5 modes, 2 of them are always going to be one of these 5, and then 3 of them are going to be random, like totally random modes, so people can pick. That makes total sense. That should be pretty cool. Alright, let's make sure this is valid JSON, which I highly doubt. Forgot a comma there. And then we forgot commas after all of this stuff. And this should be object. Cool, okay, so that's valid now. So we now need to generate the files that will create all of this stuff and also set up our basics. So we've got our game modes. So we want to go to our generation. Go to our templates, Dashkin game, CPP. We're going to go to, I think, just game mode. Or game data or something. I guess we should just call it data. Entity data? Yeah. Close enough. So Dashkin game data. Let's see. Let's call it game mode data. This will be Dashkin game mode data.h and this will be Dashkin game mode data generated.h.